Okay, so my platform is called Aegis, and Aegis is derived from the ancient Greek word meaning protection or shield, and it reflects my application's mission of safeguarding communities by providing early environmental warnings, real-time intelligence, and actionable insights. Here's the table of contents, which will show you how the presentation will carry out. So my vision of Aegis is to harness aerospace-powered environmental intelligence to identify emerging patterns, predict potential risks, and provide users with timely, actionable insights. By transforming this complex environmental data into these clear insights, Aegis empowers individuals and communities with greater awareness, preparedness, and control over the situation. This ensures that they are informed rather than left in the dark, as usually small towns and small communities are, and this kind of allows them to develop a sense of the environmental threats. So the challenge that inspired me to create this approach of Aegis was that vast amounts of Earth observation data are collected through satellites and environmental monitoring systems, yet this information is often fragmented across multiple platforms, and it's difficult for local communities to access it and interpret it as well, as they often don't really know what these sites and applications are talking about. So Aegis kind of provides that actionable information needed to prepare for and respond to environmental risks. Personally, in my neighborhood, in my towns, we see a lot of stuff like earthquake warnings, tsunami warnings, flood warnings, and often we don't really know what to do about that because we have no idea like what that means if it reaches our location, if we have to prepare soon, or if it's really far away. So having something that really controls and mitigates this environmental data, I think is really important for not only towns in California and where I am, but towns across the US and even the world. So addressing this challenge, Aegis integrates satellite imagery, Earth observation data, aerospace intelligence, environmental sensors, weather reports, and geospatial mapping. And this is all brought together in a single unified platform. And by combining these diverse data sources with artificial intelligence, it transforms that real-time environmental information into risk assessments, early warnings, and practical recommendations for both the residents and emergency responders on the front lines. So this is my problem statement. As climate change intensifies natural disasters, communities lack a unified way to transform aerospace and environmental data into timely, actionable insights that improve preparedness and reduce risk. These are a handful of real-world insights from a plethora of sites like NOAA, NASA, and it kind of just shows that a lot of times we aren't able to predict or kind of know the risk that comes with natural disasters, and having a site like this or an application like this could really help so many people. This is the dashboard and interface of Aegis. And I'll start my demonstration. Sorry, let me lock up first. Okay. So as you can see, this is the landing page of Aegis, and it's designed with a variety of features and options at the top. To utilize all these features, you must log in, and you can continue with Google, which I learned with my mentor through Supabase and Google Cloud. And then you are provided with a lot of features as well. So you can start with a territory assessment. And this assessment allows users to enter their zip code, household water usage, and their primary environmental concerns such as wildfires, droughts, flooding, or even air quality. So you can say that your household footprint is high, you're worried about droughts, and you can execute that local vulnerability run. So Aegis analyzes this local environmental data and provides a personalized assessment of the conditions within the user's neighborhood or community. And the platform then offers relevant insights, risk levels, and practical recommendations to help users better understand their local environment and make informed decisions. So this is the safety alerts, the parameters, the threshold. And then you're provided with atmospheric intelligence. Advanced atmospheric intelligence systems, this continuously monitors the environmental conditions using weather satellites, meteorological reports, and other real-time data sources. And by analyzing changes in the weather patterns, temperature, precipitation, and air quality, the system uh, identifies conditions that may contribute to severe environmental events, such as wildfires, floods, heat waves, dust storms, smoke plumes, severe storms, and the users can receive timely alerts and predictable insights to help them prepare before these disasters occur. Additionally, we have a community zip dashboard. So based on what you entered as your zip code, it groups you with your community and people in that same zip code. So you're provided with a code forum, a live hazard and incident map for people in your community to update. It enables users to stay connected with their neighbors and local community during both everyday situations, such as like maybe a small fire in their kitchen or backyard, or maybe they all got a flood warning. So users can share their updates, report environmental concerns, and receive important community announcements in one centralized space. And the dashboard also includes a safe circle option. This allows users to add trusted family members and friends so they can easily check in on one another during emergencies, improving communication and community resilience. So for example, you can add a contact, you can say maybe that's your mom, maybe she's often at work, and you can add that member to your safe circle. And then you can always remove them and you can monitor where they are at all times. Aegis also includes a live telemetry system that continuously updates with real-time environmental information, including weather conditions, air quality, satellite observations, and developing hazards. So here you can see the live environmental telemetry from different important sites like NASA, FEMA, and NOAA, and it'll just show you like the latest updates about your location. And this ensures that users will always have access to the latest data available. And the integrated AI assistant, as you can see above, where you can see consult AI chat, you can have instant answers to questions about environmental risks, preparedness strategies, and platform features, which helps users better understand the information presented and confidently navigate the application. And that is Aegis, my US Eco Safety Monitor. Thank you for listening.
All right, great presentation. So I have a few questions for you. Could you explain me how you're getting the data for, the atmospheric intelligence?
So I use Gemini to like connect to a plethora of like sources. So I provided it like a NASA live feed, which I found by researching like the NASA sites and apps. And I also provided it with NOAA information. And I also just told it to be on the lookout for like satellite imagery on the internet and to kind of monitor that to make sure it's clean, safe, and to make sure that it like processes all that information well.
Okay, understood. Did you have any kind of difficulty while making this project?
I did have a little difficulties, which were solved through my mentor, but especially when it came to like designing the interface, which I found pretty difficult. I ran into a lot of difficulties when updating the code and the site wouldn't work, like navigating all these AI tools such as like Versal, which I hadn't used prior to BetterMind. So it was a little difficult to navigate that, but I got through it with questions to my mentor and instructor.
All right, great. Okay, so what are the future plans for this project? Like, how can you, improve it, and who would be the right set of audience for this project?
So my plans for the future of this application is maybe making like an app that you can access on your phone or download even on your web, and kind of like making sure those notifications get through, adding more updated features, really just like expanding the app, maybe going past the US, because right now it's very US centered, so that people across the world can all have access to this. Wait, what was the second part of your question?
Like, who's the target audience for this? Who's going to use it?
The target audience is, well, I built it as someone who lives in California, but people often across the US, they get these alerts on their phones and they don't really know what it means. So this is especially targeted towards people who experience floods, natural disasters, in general, and they don't really know what to do about it. People who struggle, like maybe people in Florida with hurricanes, they don't know how to prepare for that. People in the Midwest with tornadoes and just important disasters like that, kind of navigating through it.
Understood. Right. So, have you participated in some sort of competitions before, or some events like this? What interests you in making a project like this?
I have participated in a few hackathons, but I haven't delved this deep into AI as a whole as I have in this BetterMind's experience. And I think that was really important for me to like gain hands-on experience using a wide range of AI tools and learning how to use those to build applications in real-world projects. Other than this, I haven't done too many competitions. I did do FTC robotics for 2 or 3 years. And yeah, other than that and like the coding experiences, I think that's about it.
Okay. And why did you choose this problem statement? Like, how did the idea pop up?
Recently, like near the end of the school year for me, there was like a really big tsunami warning, and a lot of the people I'm friends with, and me personally as well, like live close by the beach. So it was really startling to see and worrying to see. And no one really knew what to do about it because even though tsunamis are somewhat regular here, it's not like something you can totally control. You don't know what to do about it. And I realized that having a application to solve these issues of not being aware of these disasters could be really important and could kind of be educational as well, to help everyone in my community.